Let's have a conversation. Sorry, y'all. I didn't realize I was on mute. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mindful Reality. I was saying that I have the pressure cooker on my phone, but I can't put it on the screen on the live because my channel is already on a warning status. So I'm just having it on in the background. What's up, Milfman? What's up, Nat going bananas? What's up, Justin? What's up, Tasha? Hey, Retro. Oh, I thought you were still on your live. I guess you must have just ended. If you have StreamYard, I'm down. Were you just on Retro's channel? Hold on. Thank you. Everybody's still in it in the dark. Here from Miss Retro's live. Welcome. I put it up there for you. Yeah, I put the link up there for y'all if any one of y'all wanted to hop on. The episode, Heisem was Heiseming. We saw all of that already. Nothing new. I know it's funny to see her just sitting down on the couch. Hey, welcome.
Yo, what's up? Natalie.
Natalie? Mark.
Yeah, or you call me Nat.
Nat? Okay.
But yeah, how this episode, yo?
Let me turn it on.
I was happy. I was happy to see Heisem go.
You're happy to see him go?
Yeah, I did not want him in the house anymore. I thought he was crazy.
Hey, what's up, Mark?
Hey, what's up, Milfman? It wouldn't have made sense for them to keep him.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he was dangerous. And he was Vanessa. He reminded me of Vanessa from season 17. Trying to, make moves for everyone that, like, when he's not the HOH, trying to control everything.
Put it this way, he tried to play Derek's game, but he didn't have Derek's he didn't know how to execute it like Derek did in 16. Derek really pretty much controlled everyone's game. It's just that he knew how to speak to people, though. That was his thing. He would make you think what he's suggesting is best for you. And Heisem is trying to tell you better do this, while Derek had a more softer approach about doing it. He had a different way, but he did the same thing.
Yeah, he didn't have any finesse to what he was saying.
That's why he won.
Yeah. It's like,
sorry.
I actually did want Heisem to stay for one reason only. I need entertainment. This show's a snoop fest. Because, let's be honest, other than seeing two of the following three people nominated, I need to see a combination of Sari, Jared, and Izzy with one of those two. And if Izzy goes up against one of those two, that is entertainment for me at this point. This is what I need.
True
because
that.
this season sucks.
That is right.
Because other than that, Cerise going at this point, the only thing you're waiting for is for Izzy to blow up Cerise game because we all thought, at least I thought, Jared was going to be the ultimate downfalls, was going to be the first downfall for her. It's looking like it's just a matter of time before before she reveals the secret.
Who
Like
is
which
he?
one of y'all is?
Milkman, what was your favorite season?
Let's see. I'd probably go season 10.
That's funny. That's one of my favorite seasons. But yeah, Janelle is great.
I would have put 14 if Dan had won. If he had won, I would have put 14, but because he got screwed in the end, in my opinion, I don't put 14 as a favorite. But I would have put that if he had won. Just because of Dan's funeral, one of the greatest moments in BB history.
So
Definitely.
so freaking funny. That was really funny. Dan's funeral.
Yeah, the funny thing is the 10-year anniversary was literally like I think last year or the year before because they did a recap on I forgot what website it was because they did an interview with everybody that was involved in it. And it
Yeah.
was like the 10-year anniversary. Because I think it was shortly after that, like a week or two later, it was around that time when Ian said that's when he decided he was taking Dan to final two.
Mm-hmm.
Because he explained he knew how the votes would lie based off of certain things people said, and he knew like I think it was like around a week or so after that Dan's funeral, he said, I knew I was taking him to final two.
Justin asked, what do you think the scary verse will have in this HOH?
Well, we were already watching it live. I'm still watching it live right there. It's pitch black.
Isn't it indoors? It looked like it's indoors. It's indoors?
Yeah.
No, it's in the backyard technically, but they have this thing there. Yeah, he showed it to you.
Oh, it's in the backyard. Oh, I thought it was in one of the rooms.
They have to hold. Yo, Mark, don't they have to just hold on to a button until they let go?
They're holding on to a button.
Yeah, that's not as easy as everyone thinks.
I think what they're going to do is they're going to have to do something to make this competition exciting. I guarantee they're going to be like first person to take their hand off gets 10 G's. They're going to do something. Like first person get your hands off 10 G's. Because then I'm trying to remember if they did that in season 6.
They're already getting paid per episode.
No, it's not per episode. Actually, it's not per episode. It's actually $1,000 a week.
All right, then that's even better.
Yeah, it's $1,000 every week. You're on this show. You get $1,000. It used to be $750, but
so $1,000 a week. That's cool. Like fine.
Even if you're in jury, you still get paid because you're technically still a part of the show.
And actually, that's what I wanted to say. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I have short-term memory. I really have really bad short-term memory. I'm so glad Heisem is not in jury.
Hey, DM Rocks.
How do you guys feel about Heisem not being in jury?
For me, it doesn't matter, but I would have just wanted him to stay just because I think he would have blown up Cerise game. Because I need something. I don't like the guy personally, but I don't like predictability. I hate predictability even worse. And this is predictable. At this point, you're just waiting for Izzy to just screw up. You're just waiting for either Izzy or Jared. At this point, who y'all think going to blow up Cerise game first? Because I was going with Izzy the whole time. I mean, not Izzy. I was going with Jared telling Blue. That was how I figured the whole thing would blow up. But at this point, it looked like...
I thought Jared's going to tell Blue anytime now.
Yeah. That's literally what you're waiting for. Because whoever wins HOH, let's be honest, it's really going to... Does it really matter? Because at the end of the day, Cerise just going to tell him whatever she wants. Pretty much she's decided who went home all 3 weeks.
It doesn't matter if it's Red or Cam.
Cam or Red is the two people. Wait, but isn't Red or Cameron in some type of alliance with her too?
Red is or was in the Professors. Cam was never in an alliance with her.
Oh my God, they shut it off.
Wait, they shut off feeds?
They shut it off. No, they didn't shut off feeds. They're only showing Suri in the house right now. They're not showing the competition.
Felicia,
I
yeah.
just clicked it.
Oh. No, but is it 4? Because I saw Justin think something where it said it's only
Me too,
4 people
Rory.
getting to compete for that secret power. It's only
Say it
4
again?
people getting. I said it's only 4 people getting to
Yeah.
compete for that. All right.
Yeah,
Let me say this.
what do you guys think of the secret what is it called? Immunity power or something like that?
Let me say this right now. I'm gonna tell you right now 2 people that's automatically in there because production is going to protect their investment.
They
Suri
do.
and
That's what they
Jared.
do.
Suri and Jared, I guarantee you somehow, even though the fans hate this predictability crap, because if you look online, nobody likes it. Nobody likes Jared. So if nobody likes Jared online, I haven't seen one positive comment about Jared. So, in my opinion, if put it this way, if they don't like Jared, there's no way they're voting for Suri. So if Suri makes it, production rigged it for her to be in it. Because automatically Suri's going to protect her son. So if people don't like Jared, they're not going to pick Suri. But if you see her up there, production rigged that vote.
Exactly.
So who are y'all predictions on who will be the 4 most popular?
See, I'll be honest, from what I've seen on Twitter, this season is not really liked. Nobody's really truly liked. Most people are being hated on. Either people hate them or people find them boring. There's not really anybody who really stands out in terms of.
They're kind of boring people compared to the other seasons, to be honest.
Yeah. There's no person who's like, all right, there's no Taylor. Like, I was never really the biggest Taylor fan, but there is no person where it's like, all right, everybody online is gravitating towards that person.
I
At least from what I've seen.
When I can't predict, though, what's going to happen. Like, last season, everybody was they were doing the big alliance game and just taking people out that way. And season 23 was like that, too.
This season is the same. This season is basically, as I saw somebody put online, and I have to agree. Because remember, Mark, I compared it to season 16.
Mm-hmm.
I actually got to take that back. This is more like season 19 with a more likable version of Paul. Suri's literally playing the role.
That season.
Oh, you don't want to finish it.
Justin said
Thanks for telling me that, brother.
I won't tell you what happened. I'll just say
you don't have to tell me what happened. Just I didn't want to finish it. Like, I'm weird. By the way, Big Brother's censoring something right now because they're got the "Be Right Back" anal screen on.
Yeah. So Justin said his 4 would be Corey, America, Suri, and Matt.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, if Suri makes it, I truly, for a fact, Big Brother rigged it. Because the majority of the people online.
That's a good 4, actually. I like that 4.
Majority of I could see Matt potentially. I really haven't seen anybody say anything negative about a Matt or Bowie or Red. Those 3 I have not really, but they haven't been really mentioned either.
Rory, I think any of them could win. I don't know about Izzy, though.
Oh, Izzy, people have been hating her since the first day of the feeds. Everybody hated her guts.
Big Brother makes me want to read a book like this. Control Your Crazy.
Oh my God. Control Your Crazy. You talk about that. Oh my God. Half the people in the Big Brother house need to read that book. Last season, every single person on last season should have read that book.
For real. No, but I know you guys, maybe you guys don't like Jersey Shore, but this is a great book for anyone with high anxiety. Like, I read a few chapters of it and it cleared my mind and made me think differently. So it's a very good book for people. I'm not advertising, but
I said, is that Vinny?
Wait, that's Vinny from the Jersey Shore?
This is Vinny from the Jersey Shore.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Felicia, America, Red, and a random. That's what Tasha said. Felicia, America, Red, you think?
You see, but here's the thing, though. If people don't like, here's the thing. You got to put. If America's really voting for, if America, not the actual girl in the show, I don't know who the hell names their kid America, but if America's actually really voting for this, I don't believe Felicia gets voted in because she'll just do whatever. She's going to protect Suri, and nobody wants to see Jared here. It has to be. This is like, because if you look at season 11, what's it season 11 that Jordan was on? It was 11, right? When Jordan won it.
I didn't see season 11.
All right, the season that Jordan initially was on, they had a thing where America got to vote and give a secret power to somebody. It basically came down to, it was an anti-Jesse thing. Remember Jesse Goddard? Or do you know of Jesse? Mr. Spectacular?
No,
you don't know him? That season. All right, there was a guy in that season who everybody hated in America. He was the most hated person on the show. So what they did was America voted for the person who Jesse hated the most. So if you typically look at how America typically will vote, they're going to vote against. The vote has to be the opposite of who they hate the most. And right now it looks like... I
remember Jesse.
Yeah, right now it looks like Jared and Izzy, at least from what I've seen,
my guns
are the two most hated people this season so far. With Heisem gone, they're the two most hated people left.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I don't see if the fans are really voting, I don't see a Felicia getting it because she's just doing what Suri wants.
Jesse.
So how long will the pressure cooker last? I think it'll be long because I'm not really hearing anyone making deals.
No, deals never happen until it gets to like Final Four. It's not going to happen until it's like 2, 3, a couple of people left. Because that's when it happened in season 6. When that deal was made in season 6, it was only 2, 3 people. It was only Kaser and that girl Jennifer was left. It was like down to final 2 or 3. That's when people started making like, hey, if I...
Because I agree. Felicia is loved.
Because I'm starting to see people start to turn her at least a little bit. Because I've seen some people say online, she's starting to, her and Suri are starting on this mean girl stuff. Because they're like, why are they always hating on Bodie? Is what I've seen people write online now. I've literally seen it earlier today. So I'm not saying she's hated. I'm just saying people are starting to turn at least. Because apparently they don't like Bowie. And they keep talking about Bowie or whatever, for whatever reason. Is that true? Because I saw a clip of when it was, what's the girl named McCole? It was her, Felicia, and like somebody else. And I think Suri said something. Yeah, Suri mentioned something about not liking Bowie. And she said something about her. And then McCole basically said she looks like the Hamburglar or something like that. And then Felicia Felicia started laughing her ass off. And then people was like, oh, they're treating Bowie bad. Why are they constantly doing it? Talking behind her back. And say they're on that mean girl alliance stuff. I've heard people say.
I think it will be a do or die. You think what will be a do or die? Oh, for the HOH.
Yeah, the HOH, you're not going to see people make deals until it gets to Final Four. Half these, more than I would say at least 8 of these people got to be gone. And then you'll start to see somebody say, hey, if I take my hand off, will you put me up type deals?
Justin said Bowie isn't in their official alliance, so they're just paranoid about Bowie. That's just gameplay.
But they were like making fun of how she looks and shit too, so that wouldn't necessarily be the game.
Let me see. America's vote is like America's player from season 8 and 10 with Eric and Dan.
Oh yeah. Also, like season 11 when they gave Jesse that, I mean not Jesse, they gave Jeff that power. Remember the coup d'etat power? Because there was a power they gave, you know Jeff Schroeder?
Mm-hmm.
All right, they gave Jeff, there was a power where the power was called the coup d'etat. And the power allowed you to, like, let's just say right when Julie Chen will say it's time to vote, you could literally take off both nominees off the block if you want. You could take one or you can take both and replace them with who you want, and everybody has to vote right there and then. On the spot, they got no chance to save themselves.
Wow.
And Jesse won that power. The reason why he got it from the fans is because everybody hated this guy named. The reason why Jeff got it is because everybody hated this guy named Jesse, and Jesse's biggest enemy was Jeff. So they just voted for the person who Jesse hated the most, which was Jeff. Because they had a twist that year where they did it like cliques from high school. So you had like they split them up into teams early on. So you had like the athletes, you had the popular kids, you had the outcasts, and I think it was the nerds, I think was the fourth group, I think it was. So they had a twist where you couldn't nominate somebody from your own group. So that's why Jeff was able to last, and then eventually they gave him that power. So he was able to use that power, and then the girl who was the HOH that year, during that week that he used the power, was so pissed off, she got evicted from the show. She got kicked off the show by production because she took her microphone. Shima was her name. She literally took her microphone off and threw it in the hot tub.
Wow.
He was pissed. If I remember correctly, that happened live on Big Brother After Dark. If I remember correctly, I think I remember watching it live. She was pissed because she said production made her look stupid by giving Jeff that power. So she was pissed because it was her HOH reign. And there was a guy she had a crush on who basically put her in the friend zone. And she wanted him gone. And because Jeff saved that dude, that's why she was pissed and went off. And she basically got kicked out that same night. A production immediately kicked her out because she broke equipment, and you can't do that. You can't purposely do that.
Justin, I think they feed off of each other with the paranoia. I'll put the monkey face on.
Oh, Izzy, your theory.
I think they feed off of each other with the paranoia. Like, Izzy will bring a theory to Cirie, and then Cirie's mind will start spinning, and vice versa. I would say that I think Izzy is more paranoid, though. She sleeps with her eyes open.
Oh my God, that mask. that mask has been more entertaining than anything on BB this season, I'll tell you that.
And I agree with Tasha and Rory also about the paranoia for them. If you're not bringing them game information.
Yeah, because that's what they mentioned about Bowie in the clip that I saw online. When they started talking shit about Bowie, it was, why does she never speak? Why does she never talk game?
She's just sitting there watching them.
Because here's the thing. How are they going to say how Bowie never talks game when week 1, they were making the decision on who to kick out? I mean, when they were trying to decide who they were going to kick out between Riley, they never invited her. Think about it. Cirie had a conversation with everybody else but Bowie, so it's a two-way street. Shouldn't you have invited her into the convo?
Right.
They don't even invite her into the convos. Because remember, they had the votes to keep her. And then there was no conversation really to have when they kicked off. What was the girl who got kicked off first? I forgot the girl's name who got kicked off first. They didn't really bring her into the convo, guys. Yeah, what was her name again? Kirsten.
Kirsten.
I don't think there was a convo where they brung her in it. Cirie always went to Izzy and Felicia, but she never went to Bowie. So it's a two-way street.
Felicia should be good this week. She got the house target out and didn't draw too much blood doing it. Maybe Cam would put her up as a pawn. But after that, who was targeting her?
Let me ask you, Justin, wouldn't Jag be targeting her? Because, correct me, you tell me if you think Jag, because first she put Jag up on the block. And then on top of that, there was the incident where she literally spoke to him like she got this damn attitude problem, where she told him, I forgot what it was she said to him.
Somebody is out.
Oh, somebody's out, who?
I can't really tell. See. 1, 2, 3.
I'll tell you right now who's out. I'll go on what do you call it? I'll go on Twitter. Hold on. To see who's out.
Looks like somebody is out. Jag probably won't target her because he's so desperate for big alliances and they are in the Savage 7 together. Yeah, that's true. Suri and Izzy, Rory said.
So basically, what you're telling me is Jag's an idiot.
I heard Jared and I mean, I didn't hear, but I saw Suri and Jared whispering to each other at the beginning of this. Yeah, and the lights are on right now.
Oh, Rory said it looks like Suri and Izzy are out.
Yeah.
And then Justin says Suri and Jared are sitting in the corner.
Oh, that's who that is. Yep, I can see them. Yep.
Oh, they have envelopes. Also, oh yeah, they always do those comps where somebody has an envelope, and then it's like one of them is usually like a slot pass, and then the other one will be like $10,000 or 5,000, and then somebody got to wear a damn costume or something again. God, I hate those moments.
Mm-hmm. So they don't open the envelopes until the end?
But no, they usually don't open until after the competitions. Sometimes they open it during. Sometimes they do let them open it up during, but then sometimes I think I've seen them do it where they open up after the comp.
Lewis, everybody is in except for Suri and Jared.
Oh my God, they must be that arrogant to drop off that easily. Be the first. Come on,
Yeah,
I don't think that's coincidence.
They definitely threw it. What's up, Justin?
Hey, what's up, Mark?
Yeah, what's up, Justin?
You think they threw it? I kind of think that.
Because that's coincidental. That's too coincidental that they're the first two.
Well, before the feeds went off, Mark, they were whispering to each other.
Yeah.
So I think they threw it. They don't want the target on them. They can't afford to win because that's too much target on them.
You see, that's why I said, that's why personally I compared this season to 16. Because if you look at 16, if you look at it, Derek couldn't afford to win HOH because he had his hand in everybody's cookie jar. That's why he literally couldn't afford to win HOH.
Yeah, and that shows how good Suri's strategy is that she probably can do better controlling the HOH by not even being
with
the
not
HOH.
Yes, if she wins,
that's how good this is.
Exactly.
I love the strategy Suri's doing.
She's basically playing the Dr. Will / Dan Giesling / Derek game.
Oh yeah, she's a master at this game. Socially, she's unmatched. Like I said to Mark earlier in the week, if her and Corey just teamed up as a duo, because Corey has the strategy on point and Suri can just mobilize people and get people together, them as a duo would be crazy.
The only reason why I don't see Suri getting to the end, honestly, is two reasons. Izzy and Jared. Literally, if it was for Izzy and Jared, she'd be a lock to get to Final 2. Lock. An absolute lock to get to Final 2. But she won't get there because it'll either be Jared spilling the secret or Izzy. Take your pick on which one does it first. Because if you really look at the game she's playing, if you take those two situations, those two distractions out of it, who's targeting her?
Nobody.
There's nobody going after her. She has her hand in everybody's cookie jar.
That takes skill. That takes a lot of skill.
You see, and I give her a lot of credit because I'm a fan of hers from Survivor. And I said before the season, because I watched her on Survivor either 2 or 3 times. I didn't even know she was on 4 times. Because I read she was on 4 times, but I only thought it was 2 or 3. And she always played the social game very good. And Big Brother is more of a social game than it is physical. So it's really not a physical game. It's really a social game. So I looked at it and said, Suri will do very well. But then once you see that Izzy knows her secret and you see Jared has the brain of a peanut.
I don't think he has a brain of a peanut. He does his things too. He's bringing information. He infiltrated the other side. Without him infiltrating the other side, Suri doesn't get the information that she has now.
But let me ask you, does he take a dump without asking his mother? Because he literally does everything without his damn mommy's permission.
Well, when you're playing a game together, you kind of have to talk to your number ones. So that's how I see it.
I agree with Tasha there that both of them throwing it might look suspicious. I don't know how they did that.
That could raise some red flags.
Yeah.
To your point though about Suri,
Yeah.
I think she can be in that final two. My thing is maybe she doesn't win because when they get to jury and they compare notes, they're gonna realize how much control she had, and maybe they get a little bitter.
That's what I said yesterday.
I can't see it happening.
That's
So
exactly
that
what I said
but for
yesterday.
that to happen, you're basically telling me Jared and Izzy keep their mouth shut. That's basically your only way of that happening. They basically have to keep their mouth shut. What's the chances of that happening?
Or they just keep it shut till Final Four and Jared pulls off a competition or Siri pulls off a competition and they're in the driver's seat.
You see, here's the thing, though. I don't see them keeping their mouth shut. Izzy hasn't been keeping her mouth shut since day one. I've been hearing about Izzy.
She does get mad and slips up here and there. So I can see that. But you know what? Even if Izzy says something, you don't think Siri's capable of pulling off the house and still getting things straightened out?
Because here's why.
She's that good of a player. I'm not going to doubt her.
Here's why I would, and again, I'm a fan of hers from Survivor. Here's why I will say that. I don't like her son, but I'm a fan of hers from Survivor. Now, all she got to do is just say, look at the wall and just look at the resemblance. Because if they really look, they'll see the resemblance. What if he's telling them, look, just look at the wall? Just look at all the decisions. Izzy will, y'all think Izzy would be smart enough to be like, look, if you look at this decision, and this decision, how do you think we got this info? They're going to know it came from somewhere. And then people will say, hold up, I did tell Jared this, so that would be the only way they would know. So I think, I personally don't see it because I don't see them two keeping their mouth. I think the jury, one of them might not even make it to jury at this point. Because come on,
that's hard for me to see right now, the way it's set up in the house.
No, the only reason is because the only reason I say that is this. How much times do you not see Jared keep saying, I want to tell you something? At this point, there's no way.
Yeah, that part of it is the
there's
most
no way
to me, the blue relationship.
You see, he has that itch he wants to scratch so badly. At some point, you're going to scratch the itch.
Yeah, and maybe he's using it as gameplay, saying, I got a secret I want to tell you to keep her, aligned the way he wants her to work. That could be a gameplay strategy, too.
But we had the same conversation. Me and Milfman basically had the same conversation yesterday, Justin, where I was saying if Sari made it to like 4 or 5 and she was there and Jared got out or something, I'm saying they would be like, wow, look how far she made it without us knowing this. Like, remember you keep referencing season 16 with Derek.
Yeah.
And that's what they were like in the jury house. They were like, oh, Derek was behind this? We thought it was Cody.
Yep. I agree. I think it's an impressive secret to keep. I mean,
you see, but
I see it as a positive, and I can see some negatives, but I see it more as a positive.
Here's why I also think even if she somehow gets the final 2, let's just say she gets there, she's not winning it. Based off of a couple reasons.
But is she, though? If she gets Jared to final 2, she's kind of winning.
Oh, yeah.
If she gets Jared to final 2, but I don't see that. You see, in my scenario, that's not happening because Izzy or somebody's going to blow that up. I can't see both of them making it. I could only see one. Because of the simple fact, and it will most likely be Sari, but I would give this shot because she's the one with a brain for the two of them. It's like the reason why I don't see either one of them winning is if you look at Big Brother jury the past 10 years, it's been nothing but bitter juries. Most of the juries have been beyond bitter. So there's no way, there's not going to be at least a couple people in that jury that's not going to be like you had an unfair advantage, and rightfully so. Because if you're in that game and you know somebody had a sibling in there and you didn't have it, you're going to be pissed off. So right there, they're losing a couple votes right off the bat.
Well, here's the thing. We've seen these exit interviews, and they're not pissed off when they exit. Kirsten was like shocked. Riley was shocked. Tyson was shocked. But
they're shocked because they're not in it. Yeah, but if they're in the jury, they certainly will be.
Yeah.
Jury people always think differently, though. Pre-jury people always like, oh, crap, I never saw it. And then when they're in jury, they're like, oh, this is unfair. She didn't do this or he didn't do that. Yeah, they're going to be...
Oh, they brought snakes. They brought snakes in.
Wait, you're joking, right?
No, there's snakes in the middle.
Oh,
of
I
the
see
table.
it. Oh, goodness.
Oh hell no! I'm getting the hell out of there.
Yeah.
I gotta see. Let me see that. Those are real snakes.
Yep.
Those are real moving snakes.
Oh my god, I would be gone. There is no. Oh, Mark, remember Danny from last year's? Y'all
Yeah.
remember Danny from last year's Discord? Justin and Mark, y'all remember Danny
Yeah, I do.
from the Discord chat last year?
Not really. I'm sorry. I don't.
She hated snakes.
Oh, damn.
She has a big fear of snakes.
Blue looks like intense right now.
She
Her
does.
face is so intense.
She tensed up.
Because for me personally, the reason why I don't see it happening is one, the juries are bitter. If you look at just based off of that alone, her having an unfair advantage, she loses votes. She also loses votes based off of the game that she's playing, because if you look at season 20 and you look at Tyler basically made deals with everybody. What happened? It came to bit him in the ass in the end.
Yeah, but look at Mickey. He was like hated by everybody pretty much in the jury, and he still won over Holly, which had her girls.
Well, if you really look at it, that jury was almost like, if you look at that final two, they both were hated. They just was like, he won a bunch of comps. Let's just give it to him because he technically won. He was.
You think Holly was hated as much as Mickey?
She was kind of hated too because she was like his partner in crime.
Yeah, but I just felt like she had her girls in the East there.
And I think they just looked at it and said, let's just vote for him, but begrudgingly. It's kind of like an evil Dick Danny situation in season 8. They hated both of them.
Yeah. Rory says, but she's not hated, and she didn't play it. She's not playing a dirty game.
No, but they're going to say she made but she's making multiple alliances. She can't keep deals with every one of them. At some point, she has to break them. That's the Tyler thing again. She was making deals. She was liked throughout the game. When everybody realized they broke promises,
she's not really making the deals though. She's talking to Izzy and Felicia, and they're making the deals.
Yeah,
but
so she's using someone to do this. She's not doing
using other people to make the deals.
So no, but well, that's fair. But she's still going to lose votes based off of having that unfair advantage.
Yeah, I can see that.
She's going to lose that.
If she finds a way to get Jared in there,
that's the only way.
So it doesn't matter who wins at that point. Suri wins.
Yeah,
they both win. Yeah,
they both win.
Yeah.
He's going to the same house.
Yeah, Suri will get the title. At that point, it's just about the title. At that point, but Suri will definitely get the title in that situation. I could maybe see. All right, if you put a Suri and Izzy final two, do you think Suri still wins because Izzy might annoy people so much that they're like, even though Suri had the unfair advantage, would be like, I don't like Suri having the unfair advantage, but she's better than Izzy.
I think Suri wins at that point because when the jury would compare notes between Suri and Izzy, Izzy's been more sketch with them and not as open. Suri makes you feel good when you have one-on-ones with her. Even Heisem, who was on his way out, they had connected somehow.
No, that was always her strength if you watch her on Survivor.
Yeah.
No, she never got to finals on Survivor, which is why I laugh when people say Survivor legend. I don't know how you're a legend and you didn't make one finals. But that was usually her strength that usually carried her far in the game, was because she usually got eliminated around like final 6.
Yeah.
But that would be why she would get eliminated, is because everybody would say she's too light by jury.
Mark, I want to ask you, if Suri's in the final 2 chairs, who else would have to sit next to her to beat her? Who do you think could actually give her comp to win this in the final?
To beat her?
Yeah.
I think anybody not named Blue or Izzy.
To beat her. Corey.
Okay, Corey could beat her? Okay. That's lovable.
I think Corey could beat her.
I don't think he has the gameplay to get there, though.
Izzy, who would win there? Matt? Oh, yeah, that would be something if Matt made it.
Yeah, because he's lovable. I mean,
Matt would probably make it just off of that.
But at this moment, I think Suri's beating a lot of these in the final.
Certain people would be a cheat code.
No,
she would have to be against somebody who was really playing the game, so that she could make the argument that she played it better.
No. Let me say this. Would she deserve to win if she got to a final 2 and let's just say nobody found out about the secret? Yes, absolutely 100%. She would deserve to win it. The only reason why I'm saying she won't win, the only reason why I'm predicting her not winning is most Big Brother juries in the past 10 years have been bitter. 18 bitter, 19 bitter, 20 bitter. Again, if you look at these juries, they tend to be very bitter. As much as I hate Paul and I don't like Paul, he got screwed both seasons. That was beyond bitter juries. Dan made all the big moves, made all the deals. Ian didn't make any deals. Dan made all the big deals, did all the dirty work. What happened? He ultimately got screwed. You look at these juries, Big Brother juries tend to be like Survivor juries now. They're beyond bitter, because Survivor was always known for their bitter juries, at least when I watched it. Big Brother has bitter juries. That's why I ultimately think she won't win, only because that's the main reason. Even with her getting to the end and people not finding out until they're in jury, that's the only reason why I'm saying it. Is because
the comment section does not agree.
until otherwise proven, BB juries are bitter. Look at Paul. Everybody thought Paul was. But if you look at Paul in 19, who did not think Paul was winning that season? And what happened ultimately? That jury was bitter.
Rory said you're going back too far. The jury.
That's not too far back. 19, 18, 19.
6 seasons.
Again, 20. That's 3 seasons in a row.
Yeah. I just think you're looking at the secret that Cirie and Jared have as a blessing and not looking at the curse it is for Cirie too. I think when you look at the curse, the jury's going to be like, wow, she had to navigate all that, keep that secret. I think they're going to look at that as a positive.
No, they could, but they also, no, I'm not guaranteed. I'm just saying they also could look at it. I'm more leaning if I have to pick one. Could I see it happening that way? Yes, I could see it happening that way, that people will look at it and say, hey, you know what? They could do like what they did in All-Star version with Boogie and Erica, where they're like, all right, Boogie played, he did all the dirty work, he did this, so they respected the game. They didn't like him, but they respected the game and they gave him the win. I could see that happening with Cirie 100%, but I could also see if you give me an option and you said I have to choose one on which one I think is more likely to happen, I more go with the bitter part, only because that's usually what happens now on BB. Most people are bitter at the fact that they didn't get it.
I could say,
and my prediction is personally is what I feel going to happen is she's going to break a promise at some point. She's going to break a promise at some point. But I don't even see it getting that far for her to even get to jury. But I think even if she does.
Whoa, you have her out before jury?
No, I mean not to jury. I don't see her making it the final 2. Sorry.
I was gonna say.
No, not jury. I meant final 2. I really don't see her getting that far because the secret's going to be blown out. Once that secret's blown out, because I think it's a matter of time. It's just a matter of if you want to say it happens before or after jury. Who do you see personally, you two, going home first? Will they target Cirie or Jared? Because Jared's the more physical threat. But if they look at Cirie's the mastermind, will they go after her first?
I believe Jared would be targeted first because Jag's already skeptical about him double dipping.
Yeah, that's true. Jag is skeptical about him.
No one is looking at Cirie right now. Nobody. Other than Red, but he thinks because they got the Alliance Legend 25 right now, he doesn't have to come after Cirie just yet. And that's going to be Red's downfall, feeling comfortable. And so Cirie's going to get people out of the way that are coming after her.
And you want to know what else is a factor too? This whole house is Cirie fans.
Yes.
I feel like that's a factor if she got to a final 2.
Well, but it's only Corey that knew who she was, though. Corey and
Izzy knew who her son was and her.
Huh?
America knows who she is.
Yeah.
They know. Cameron knows. They know who she is. Felicia was a big fan of hers. They know who she is.
I didn't know that. I didn't know. Because I thought it was only Corey and Izzy that knew her.
No, it was that they were the super fans.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, they know her, but they weren't. The others were not super fans of her.
Oh, okay. But they know of her from Survivor.
Right.
Okay. So I guess they all never saw it. I guess Izzy's the only one that saw the episode that Jared came on, because Izzy did mention how she saw him.
I was surprised about Corey not knowing that.
Because they always do that on Survivor every year, where they have that one challenge late in the game, where it's like final 8, I think it is usually when they do it around then, where you get to break, where a loved one comes in the show to compete with you in the comp, which I always love that. BB should almost think of doing that at some point. Do a comp where your loved one comes in.
Last year, Taylor shifted the culture by winning without being a comp beast.
Hey, Mark,
No,
you think the room is cold in the pressure cooker? Because I see Suri with the jacket on and she's like running in place, like she's trying to keep warm.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yep. It looks like it's probably cold.
I like that they're adding that into it.
Oh, they just moved it off.
Or what about this? Has anybody mentioned, because again, I haven't watched live feed, so maybe this has been mentioned and I don't know. Has anybody mentioned keeping Suri and Felicia around because they're not going to be able to win endurance comps or any type of physical comps? Has anybody mentioned that as keeping them as a strategy?
Well, that's why I think Felicia might kind of glide through some of this.
Because anybody who's watched Survivor knows. Because I've only watched a few seasons, and the few seasons I watched, Suri was on at least 2 or 3 of them. Suri never did well at comp. She was terrible. She always got through because of her social game. So I'm curious if people are keeping her around because of it. Because she's not going to be good at the physical comp. So it's still only those 2 people out?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Because last year's comp lasted, season 6 pressure cooker was 14 hours. Did y'all? Yeah, did you see the thing I put in the Facebook group of the cast members who were in that comp? Where actually they did an interview.
Video? Yeah, I saw that one. Thanks for saying that.
I started it, but I didn't finish the interview.
Oh, I didn't even get to watch it yet. I plan to watch it though. It'll probably be more entertaining than this shit. So, all right, let me ask y'all this then. Y'all don't see a scenario where Suri pulls an evil dick, as I like to call it, and potentially tries to sacrifice her game for Jared. If the secret is revealed, which I believe it will be, you don't see her potentially saying, you know what, let me sacrifice my game and let you go off.
I feel like they've probably talked about that exact scenario.
I'm wondering what they would do in that, because Suri stands the better chance. So it's like it kind of be stupid for her to be one to do that. But do you see it happening?
Her saying like, "I'm gonna
if one of
Jared, if they're onto them."
Yeah.
At first, I thought so, but I don't know. I feel like, I kind of feel like if she plays like how she did in Traders, exactly.
I'm curious, how much money did she win on Traders?
I think it was like 200 and something thousand.
Oh, okay, that's more than what she ever won a Survivor. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
that's probably like
250,000. Yeah.
That's probably like the combined money she's won on all the appearances she's made on Survivor, because everybody gets paid on that show.
On what's it called? The Traders, she got to the end with 2 other people and she played them and got their money because it was going to be a 3-way split.
Oh, sure. All right, so I'm curious. Rachel got eliminated early in that? Rachel and Cody?
Yeah, Cody was one of the Traders and she voted him out. They were on the same team and Suri voted him out.
Okay. What about Rachel? How did she do well in that show? Because I know her and Cody were having a feud. I remember reading after the show.
She went further than Cody, I think.
Because I remember the 2 of them were going back and I saw like a back and forth they had on like Twitter or something.
Where I think she called him out in the show. She said, "I know Cody personally, and he's lying to everybody," and she was right.
God, they need to end this comp. They got to, like, they better start putting more than live snakes in that damn thing to end this thing.
Wait a minute. Are the snakes just sitting in the middle? So what's the point of that?
Just if anyone's scared of snakes, to get them to back up.
Yeah.
Because I thought the snakes are going to be crawling.
I'm telling you right now, if Danny from Discord was there, I guarantee you, knowing her, I know she has a big fear of snakes. She would have jumped out of that room. I remember her telling me one time there was, she said in her in elementary school. They bring a snake into class, and she got the hell out of there
Wow.
because she has a
I'm
big
not a
fear
big
of snakes.
snakes fan either.
She has like a big fear of snakes, which I got one too. So I would be like, oh, depending on how close it is to me, like how close is it really to them?
It's
6
like,
feet
it's like
away.
in the middle.
Oh no, I could stay in that. As long as they ain't crawl towards me, I don't see what that's doing, really. They got to do something more than that.
Mimi and America are like statues right now.
Yeah, Bowie's it's Bowie's looks like she's the next one out. She's
She's having a hard time.
sidestepping. Yeah, she looks like.
What's
she's
up, Andre?
So even though the people don't like Bowie, is anybody targeting her potentially?
not targeting her,
Not
but
that
willing
word.
to use her as a pawn.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we won't get a Cameron a third straight week in a row as a goddamn nominee.
No, we if the other side wins, he's probably going up. Him and Red together.
Basically, if one of those two doesn't win,
They're
they're
up.
going up.
So basically, what you're telling me is Cameron is this year's Britney, because if you look at season 23, Britney was getting nominated like every week.
Yeah.
Bowie and Izzy look
Except
like
they
they're
really
next.
want him out, and Brittany, they were kind of just using her as a pawn star.
Yeah.
All right, Rory. Have a good night.
Good night, Rory.
Nice, Rory. It got dark again in there. They turned off the lights.
All right, they're gonna have to start tempting. I'm almost wondering what do they think for the envelopes.
Did you
Because
see
Siri
the
and
meme,
Jared
Justin,
are
where Izzy was
whispering.
like, "I will pee myself."
Oh yeah.
That was funny.
Siri and Jared are whispering something, so they're.
See,
they're
but here's the
giving
thing. But Izzy winning is like Suri winning.
Blue
It's
looks
like,
like she's
come on.
having a hard time.
Well, shoot. Like if 10 people win, it's like Suri winning at this point. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like this is so
Bowie,
well set up.
Bowie
That's
is
what-
moving a
that's
lot.
what-
Her legs are like she locked her legs earlier, and now the blood's not going to them. You can tell that's why she's trying to move those legs.
To me,
That's
this comp,
Blue.
would y'all agree or disagree with this? I think this comp is more of a mental comp than a physical comp. It's really more mental. It's really nothing. You're putting a hand on a butt. This is more mental than it is physical.
Yeah, I
Would y'all?
agree.
because-
It's the toughest mind,
Because-
with the small aspect of physicality.
Because
They're
yeah,
blowing
I
air
would say,
so
yeah.
hard their hair is blowing back. So that's got to be cold air blowing.
Oh,
back.
that's a good point, Lewis. I forgot what they said when they said that. They can open the envelope when 3 go down.
I wish we could hear Jared and Sari, whatever they're whispering to each other right now.
I'm so curious as to why they decided to stop so early, though.
They probably don't want to be considered. They're like, look, Sari doesn't have to. She want to be considered weak. See, she's smart, unlike Felicia, who has no brain. She
But
realized
Jared,
I don't need to
though,
win a
they
comp.
know he can do more.
You see, but that's why he's probably trying to throw his threat level down by physically he's in shape. Because if you look at it, with Heisem gone, who's physically going to be who's going to be considered the physical threat other than him and Matt? So he's probably trying to throw his threat level down. His
They
mommy
threw it,
probably
Sapphire.
told him before the comp, like, this endurance, you throw it early. She probably told him. I wouldn't be surprised if you see on the next episode her telling him, throw this early. She probably told him, throw it early. Because we don't need to win. Because think about it, Sari's just going to control whoever the H2 is anyway, so why does he need to win?
Mimi's looking solid here in this comp. Solid.
I know. She's just standing there like a statue.
I hope that continues. I would love her to get a win. That way she can move up in her alliance.
I would love her to get a win too.
I don't, because it's a Sari winning. Unless it's America, y'all said it.
Like that.
Yeah, so you tell her right now she gonna do what Sari wants?
Maybe not this week because she's looking for agency in her alliance.
Who was talking hard last night, Sapphire? Jared?
Man,
Yeah,
I
it was
wish they would
definitely
mic
planned.
these people up. Siri and
Huh?
Jared are talking strategy right now, and we can't hear them.
I know. They're in the corner.
Look at Mimi go. Mimi's looking good.
Oh, Jared.
But you
okay.
see, here's the thing. I think that's risky for them to do, because if I notice something like that, but then again, these people are stupid, so it's not too risky because these people are dumb.
Well, they're
But
in the
if I
dark,
was-
so no one can see them.
Oh, it's dark still. Oh, I thought the lights were
Yeah.
on.
No, they flip them on, off. They throw the cold air. They're messing with the elements, trying to get this competition going.
And she's
And
just
Felicia
chilling.
unbothered on the couch.
She's like, I want to deal with this nonsense. She's like, she looked like she's being forced to be there.
Yeah, what's up to everyone who's joining
Yeah,
now?
she doesn't have her HOH room right now, so she's got to stay up and put that key on whoever wins.
Oh God, she's like, I would take a nap if I was her. I'd be like, look, screw this. I'm taking a snap if I'm tired.
Jared should have waited. That's what I think. I mean, I think
should have not thrown at the
it
same
with
time,
her
right,
At the
Mark?
same time. Yeah, I
He's-
think that was risky.
Well, I will agree, but the problem is these people are so dumb that it's really not risky.
They're not
because
dumb people.
You think
They
everyone's
are.
happy?
If anybody brings up Jared's name, I have no faith in these people. That's why I said it's not too risky, only because these people, Suri has these people so mind controlled that anybody brings Jared's name up, she's going to come up with some BS reason to not have him nominated, right? And then they just be like, all right, Suri, no problem. And then Suri will target that person the following week, guaranteed. That's the only reason why it's not too risky, because right now everybody seems to like Suri.
Did you hear that, Mark? Felicia's on the couch and she's like noticing how good Mimi's doing, and she's like cheering her on.
Oh, I'm not
That's
hearing
good.
that.
That's good.
Do you have it on the quad view?
Yeah, I have it on quad.
Oh, I should probably do that.
So I'm using a desktop right now, and I can do the two monitors side to side.
Nice.
So
Is that like your work setup?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
So
I'm
like
curious.
curved screens.
Y'all can't hear anything they're saying?
Yeah, we can't hear Siri or Jared what they're saying, but they've been talking game on the side for a minute now.
Oh, but so what about, so none of the other house guests that are in the comp are talking?
To each other, but not
A
game.
little bit, not game though.
No deals made.
Okay, well, yeah, it's too early to make deals. It's not going to be deals until if you look at an endurance comp traditionally, there's never any deals, any talk of deals until this Final Four.
There they go.
That's the earliest you will see deals. Is around 4, maybe 6. You might see a deal at 5 or 6, maybe. But usually it starts to get serious around 4. It's when somebody will say, hey, does anybody want to drop? I promise you safety type thing.
Oh, it looks like Jared has a beer.
She's probably so happy that she's not in this. Just
Yo,
lay on
does
the
Jared
couch.
have a beer? He's chilling, drinking a beer. It looks like.
Is he?
Yeah, look. When they show his hand again, it looks like a bottle of beer in his hand. Oh, look, Mimi's looking good. Good job, Mimi.
If I'm Big Brother, hold on.
Bowie is gonna go at some point.
I think she's the next one out.
Would y'all say she needs to win?
Bowie?
No.
No.
Yeah.
She's in the middle.
At worst, she gets put up as a pawn, but she's not going home.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think she's a pawn candidate, but I don't think they would consider her one of the next people.
The people who need to win the most are Red and Cam.
Red and Cam for sure. Red and Cam.
Who would they put up?
Izzy? What is Izzy doing? Oh, because she's doing the most? Yeah. Felicia's saying be careful, Izzy.
Alright, so I'm curious then. So y'all said Cameron and Red. Who exactly do they put up then? If they're are they just gonna listen to Sari, Jared?
They'll do Cameron
and you said Cameron and Red, right?
Yeah.
Who do they put up potentially? Who have they been thinking of?
They'll put Jag and Blue up because Jag and Blue is not in part of their Legend 25 alliance.
Oh God, what's Legend 25? Oh.
Yeah, they started that yesterday, was it?
Yesterday and last night, maybe? And
Maybe
Legend happens to be the name of Red's son.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Now you see, I can't have them winning then. You see, I need Blue in there for entertainment purposes only, because
You're
that
right,
means
Justin. It's
Jared
cold
might
in there.
lose it.
What's that? I couldn't hear you, Mark.
I said you're right. It's cold in there. I can see her
Oh
like
yeah,
trying
look
to
at Izzy
warm up her
blowing
hands.
heat in her hand. Yeah.
As soon as I would have saw it with some type of endurance comp, I would have put a hoodie on.
At least Jag has his chicken suit to keep him warm.
Wait,
All
wasn't
his
it?
feathers.
Wait, I thought it was. Wait, is it Bowie that had a hoodie on?
Mimi has a hoodie on, and I believe America does.
You
Suri
think
has
Red
like
looks
a
like he's
jacket, but
struggling?
she's out.
Yeah, Red. Yeah, Red does kind of look like he's struggling, but I don't know.
So
I feel
both of
like-
them would put up the same people?
Yes, because they believe that they have that Professors Alliance that is now called Legend 25.
Oh, okay. God, another snooze fest. I can't have Blue going home because, you see, I need the potential for Jared to blow up.
Oh man, they're
To
showing
happen.
Jared right now, so you can see if he's.
Why does
holding
Izzy
that.
keep laughing?
So because of that, if I'm an Izzy, why does Izzy need to win it? I'm throwing it if I'm her.
She hates Cam, and it's like a hate win for her at this point. She wants to be the one to get him out.
No, that's it. Then she's the classic dumb super fan then, because she's in the middle of everything. She don't need to win it. Let me actually say, is there anybody really targeting Izzy?
Not at the moment. Red and Cam will, but they're not open to target that alliance until at least they get to jury.
Oh God, that means Izzy's in jury.
Mimi
All right.
looks like she's meditating or something.
Who's that?
Mimi.
Oh yeah, no, that's to me. She's done the least moving. She looks the most
She
solid
just
out of
staying in
everybody
one
so far.
spot.
All right. So would you say half these people in this comp don't need to win it? Would you say there's no like a good port? Like half these people don't need to win this?
Yeah, I would say 4 people need to win it the most.
Yeah.
Those 4 would be Red and Cam, and then Blue and Jag. Just because publicly, Red and Jag have said that they're targeting each other.
Oh,
So
they publicly said that?
It's really
Yeah.
well known that they're
Oh, I didn't
targeting
know.
each other.
Wait, what's their feud?
Just never connected. And Jag kind of put an olive branch in the restroom to
What's
Red.
up,
Red was
Blue?
like, no, not really want to do this. I'm targeting you. So
Oh. Well, here's what one of them.
Jag's going for it for sure.
I wonder
Yeah,
if he's
but
cold with that suit. I mean, that suit's got to help.
That must be. Well, actually, yeah. If it's cold, I guess that would help.
Let me make the prediction now. If Jag wins this, he's going to be like Derek X from the preview. He'll go home the following week. He's gonna go home the following week if he wins this.
They've been
Because
saying
they're going-
Corey's a Derek X, kind of. That's what they've been saying. Just Reddit, not me. That's what I've been reading on there.
I'm thinking about it, man. I could see some similarity.
So there's no chance that Felicia will be the third HOH in a row to go home after winning it the previous week.
I don't
gonna
think
be
she's the
very
biggest
hard.
target.
Because if you look at the first 2 HOHs, that's what
Yeah.
happened this season. I was hoping she'd be the third in a row.
It's because she got the house target out and she didn't have to put up a second pawn. So at worst, if Cam wins and he's like, I want to use you as a pawn as retaliation, that would be her worst. But they're working together. I doubt he does that. I think he goes Blue Jag both of them up with a mat replacement for him.
This season really has no. This secret really needs to reveal. Blue needs to lay it on goddamn Jared really thick at this point. She needs to do something.
Look at Mimi, man.
Solid right now, bro. Solid.
She is
Wait, that's
not
Mimi?
moving.
Is she
She
not even
hasn't
moving?
moved at all. Like she's statuesque. No movement. And her face is just the same.
If she's not moving at this point, right? Who's targeting her that she's so determined to win this? Because why would I win a comp I don't have to?
I think for her, it helps her if she wins because now her alliance will be like, hey, we need to consult Mimi in this week's decisions. The last 2 weeks,
I
she's
agree,
not been
Kasha.
consulted.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily a bad thing necessarily, because it's early on. It's week 3.
Yeah.
Here's
You
my
never want to
goal.
be at the bottom of your own alliance.
Well, that's true, but
So
you also
this
don't
will give
want
you
to.
agency.
But here's the thing, too. The number one thing is you never want to win HOH unless it's one of three reasons, which is A, your game's in trouble, which we've established that her game is not in trouble. B, she wants to make a big move, which there's no big move to be made other than getting rid of Sari or Jared, and she doesn't know anything about that, so you can't count that, so that's off the table. And Isam's gone, so there's no big move. Or C, she wants to
How can you
protect
stand
some.
like that?
It's like, because if she wins a comp that she doesn't have to, right? Who does she put up? You're putting a target on yourself, and there's no really big. Because really, who's the big threat right now? It's really Sari. We all know that, but she don't know that. So if there's no clear established threat, and there's no big move to be made, why am I winning this comp? This is a comp where Dan Giesling would have thrown. Dan would have thrown this already. Like,
Well,
to
I
me,
think we can all agree there's no Dan Giesling in this house.
like, you never win. If you saw me on this show, you never see me winning a comp unless I absolutely have to. I'm not. I'm gonna throw literally almost everything. I'm only winning a comp unless either A, my game is depending on it. B, like, let's just say you two are in my alliance and I see that
Andre
somebody
in the chat saying Mimi needs to win this one.
America looks like she's having a hard time. Matt looks like he's having a hard time.
Bowie has been having a hard time. Red is looking bad. Blue is looking
Red
bad.
is like a half a knee off the ground.
Yeah. I'm curious, Andre, why you say she needs to win this one? Is there a specific reason why you think she needs to win this? Well, that's true. You got to build up a resume, but here's the issue. You still got like 8 weeks left. You got plenty of time to build up a resume. Michael built up his resume. Look what happened to him. He stunk it up. Traditionally, you want to start building the resume after jury. Once jury selection starts, that's when you do it.
But as of right now, what is Mimi's resume? Without
you see, when it's so early, you don't need a resume though. Because if you really look at it, whoever's the comp beast.
Yeah, but I don't think it's the resume part. She needs the agency in her own alliance because right now she's expendable to them.
Right, she's in the bottom of a couple of alliances.
Yeah,
so
she can get to the middle or top with a win.
But you see, that my only thing is, I agree. Like, all right, you need to have a resume. I just won't do it now. My whole thing is the timing is everything of when you do it.
Timing is everything in this game. I agree, but I think the time is good for her personally. I think the time is good.
For me, I would probably, if I'm her, knowing that nobody's targeting me, has she said personally she feels she's at the bottom of the alliance, or that's just your opinion? I'm curious if she
definitely noticed.
Yeah.
Mimi's a strategist too. People are sleeping on Mimi's strategy.
Because if you look at it, KC, who won season 20, literally did nothing. She didn't start winning comps until after jury. She didn't build. She had a great resume towards the. She won a bunch of comps, but she won it after jury, which is when I would do it. Never win it early.
I think if Mimi, Corey, and America could just get together, and Mimi and America can put away their beef, those three as a trio would be awesome.
Wait,
between Mimi and Corey's strategy,
talking to America.
Awesome. Yeah.
Wait, who has a beef?
Mimi
America and Mimi kind of have beef with each other because they want to work together and they are in an alliance together, but they don't give each other information. They talk, but they're not giving each other information about the game.
So
they have no trust.
Saying I don't trust her, and vice versa.
This sounds like the damn leftovers last year. They were in alliance and half each other.
If Mimi can realize, hey, Corey and America are just as low as me on this alliance, they can work their way up as a trio in that alliance.
Bowie is struggling hard.
Who is that, Corey?
Bowie,
oh, definitely.
If I'm Bowie,
left leg up.
If I'm Bowie, I'm throwing this too. I'm like, come on. Nobody's after me. I'll let somebody else do the dirty work. They'll establish themselves as the new target. Why win this? I'm looking at it as I'm building up. My personal strategy would be build up your resume after jury. Because let's face it, the person who wins the most comps doesn't even make it to final two majority of the seasons anyway. Majority of the seasons. No, there are exceptions, but I'm saying majority. The best competitor almost never makes it because if you take a Rachel, you take a Danny, and you take a Janelle, they've competed a combined 9 times and have only made 2 finals between the 3 of them. Janelle has competed 4 times, went to no finals. Danny's only made it to 1 final in 3 seasons, and that's only because her daddy dragged her there. And you got Rachel, who's really the only one who's truly made a finals, who was the best competitor on her season. And Michael, we all saw last year, lost. He didn't even sniff Final 4. So traditionally, when you're the best competitor, you're typically gone. Nobody's taking you to Final 2 at that point. Majority of the time. There are 1 or 2 exceptions, but majority of the time, best competitor don't win.
Blue is struggling.
So all you really need to do to win the finals, really, if you think about it in a way, you don't really need the greatest resume. Monty had a way better resume last year than Taylor, and he lost.
Yeah, Kevin in Canada didn't win a competition and he won. I get what you're saying there.
Kevin, he didn't win no comps because I got spoiled accidentally. I was going to watch that season, and then last year I entered in the Discord chat. I didn't get to finish the season, and then I entered in the Discord chat and somebody mentioned Kevin winning, and I was pissed because I'm like, oh crap, I just entered in this convo, and I never got to finish Canada, so he never won anything?
Nope.
You said?
Never won.
Oh, okay.
He could be like Sari this year, maybe not win anything, but still control so much behind the scenes.
Oh, so he played the Derek game then on that season.
Yeah, he was next level.
Yeah.
Oh, because I remember he was nominated week 1. He almost went home.
Yep.
Xavier did a good job of that.
Yeah.
He let Kylan win all the comps early.
No, actually, Xavier won 2 comps early on too. It's just that people are paying attention to
your own point, because you said that you can't win comps early on and win the game.
No, you could. All right, but that season is no. Here's why it doesn't. Because that season is the exception to the rule. That was an exception. That cookout, that's never happening again. He was always going to be protected by the cook. So that season is but because if you look at it, what did they do? The cookout couldn't wait to get DX out. Couldn't wait to get Christian out. That's the only reason why Xavier didn't get out, was because he always had the cookout as backup. Christian, when he got eliminated, Christian had won 66% of his competitions when he got evicted. 66% of the comps he was in, he won. Guess what happened? Couldn't sniff jury. Derek was the first person in jury. So they proved, and they won early on. The only reason why Kylan and Xavier lasted long was because they had the cookout to back them up. They always had 4 votes. So
that's Jared and Mom in the corner.
Who? They're whispering. They're definitely talking.
Yeah, they're pretending to sleep.
They haven't had the most time to strategize just the 2 of them, because Izzy is Sari's shadow and doesn't give them enough time, just the 2, to talk about what they want to do.
Oh yeah, they're whispering. Yep.
Oh yeah, I agree with you, Van. That's what I'm saying. You can't win. You got to basically strategically choose when you want to win.
Yeah, and I think it's good for Mimi this week to get the win. Personally, it would be a strategic move for her.
If she wins this, you better start throwing a bunch of comps afterward. It depends on how her HOH. Because here's the problem: once you win an HOH comp, you have at least 1 enemy staying for that week. That's the reason why I don't like winning it if you don't have to early on. Because then the problem is that you're forced to show your hand as an HOH. That's why Cerise, why do you think Cerise threw this comp early on? Because she'd be forced to show her hand. HOH, you can't really, you basically you're not showing your whole hand, but you're at least showing part of it.
I just don't think, for Mimi, winning this is going to highlight a target on her back, because women win these endurance comps So no one's gonna be like,
that's it.
oh, she's a comp beast now because she won the one endurance comp.
Yeah,
And
no.
if she does
Actually,
what her alliance wants, getting Cam and Red out,
True.
there's no
True.
target on her at that point. Then she gets agency within her own alliance and builds up. I just can't see why Mimi winning was bad.
no. Here's why. Everything you said is correct except one thing. The first thing, when you said winning in endurance holds more weight than any other comp. People never forget you in an endurance comp. You win an endurance comp, it's over. Go look
Taylor
at
won the endurance comp last year and she won the whole thing.
Who?
Taylor, she won the wall comp.
Yeah, but that was like that. No, I'm not saying you can't win. No, I'm not saying you can't win it. What I'm saying is, usually a majority of the time, it's not a good thing because people tend to hold it against you. They tend to hold it against you. When you win that endurance comp, the reason, if you look at it traditionally, people don't like to take somebody to final 3 who won an endurance comp. Because they're always going to look at it and say that first part of the endurance competition is what? First part of the HOH is what? Endurance. So people, because if you look at their brigade took Matt. They couldn't wait to take Matt out after you win that second one. That's why I said the HOH always holds weight, but the endurance holds more because those are the most difficult to win. Because those are the most difficult to win, and those kind of come down to who wants it more. If you look at Dan always threw those comps. Dan threw the wall comp. He's always thrown that comp when he's beaten it, a bit in it. He threw it every time. You're like, I ain't winning this nonsense.
I agree.
See, winning those. Wait, what's true?
He said, I think yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. My bad.
I think Mimi needs to win just in case, because remember her own people said they would put her up in a minute, and sometimes she was not even talking game to people. They were just paranoid. She was talking to herself when they were talking about her.
Wait. What's going on? I'm lost. Wait. Who said they would put her up?
Felicia and Sari.
Yeah, so like what I've been harping at is
Izzy.
Her being at the bottom of her alliance. That's why a win would be good for her.
Wait, I'm saying, why would they put her up? I thought she's part of the better
It's
back.
just a number for them right now.
They just added her.
Because all right, if they put her up as a potential pawn, wouldn't they then basically be making that wouldn't be necessarily the greatest move for them, because if she thinks she's part of the bye bitches or whatever the hell they call themselves. But like then she's gonna realize she's not a part of it.
It wouldn't be the greatest move, but what Justin was saying is it would be good for positioning for herself in the group.
But what about this then? You don't think it would just position her for 1 week and then to get rid of her the following week?
No.
Not the kind of information she would get as HOH. She would get a clearer picture on last week, the week before, and understand who is making decisions, and then she can do something with that
smart
information.
with it, which I think she would be. She would get all that intel.
Her work background and political work.
So you're thinking
that kind of information.
So you're thinking that all right, people would come to her and then she would realize that Suri was behind everything.
Yeah, and that would give her a chance to talk to the right people in America and build more agency within her own alliance. Everybody in that for real 7 alliance has somebody to rely on. Suri has Izzy, Suri has Jared. Now Corey has America. Mimi has nobody in that alliance that's a final 2 or anybody that's willing to take her that far. Winning HOH would allow her to build at least a trio with Corey in America once she gets the information of who was doing what last week. So this is a critical to me. Mimi needs this win to me.
You know who I think made her game a lot harder by winning was honestly Felicia. Because I feel like now they know that she's willing to make big moves like that.
So
y'all don't see a Cam putting her up as a pawn, even though they're supposed to be aligned.
So it's like y'all think she's smart enough though to get in, because if she gets the info, here would be my.
Mimi's smart enough. I think Mimi's one of the smartest players in the game.
All right, so y'all don't think that basically Suri, because y'all keep saying, remember, everybody keeps saying Suri's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Don't y'all think basically she would be able to convince Mimi that whatever they're telling her is BS. She's just going to convince her it's BS, and the information ain't going to mean jack, ain't going to mean nothing at the end of the day. If she's able to convince her that basically she pulls a Derek and basically tells her the information that you just heard is nothing.
The thing is, regardless of that, the targets are set for the week. It's Red and Cam. The thing that is going to help her is the information she'll receive this week. So it doesn't matter. Siri's not going to control it because everyone knows what they want to do. They've been saying it all week publicly. It's Red and Cam.
Oh, God. Right. This is another predictable week. Oh, my God. Another snooze fest is basically what you're telling me?
Depends on who wins this.
Oh, God. It's a snooze fest of a season. Can we just cancel this season, please?
I'm loving it too much to cancel.
I enjoy it. I enjoy the season.
No, you see, I don't like predictability. And I like this coming from a Suri fan. I just don't like predictability.
I don't think we have predictability when we have a secret that could blow up someone's game. You never know when that gets dropped.
No, here's the thing. Until that secret happens, it's predictable. See, you got to wait for the secret to happen. The problem is we keep waiting.
True. Silence is deadly. That's true, Tasha. Mimi is doing well, I think.
Yeah. All she needs is to link up with Corey in America, get that info, share it, and they know, hey, we're at the bottom three of this alliance.
I actually want to see Mimi win at this point, just to see if what y'all saying is correct. Even though I think it will hurt her more. I just want to see, just to see what will happen. I actually want to see her win now, just for the hell of it.
Izzy is doing the most right now.
I agree, Andre. She knows what to do with that. She was, and you know what? She was willing last week to do the Riley thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot she's in the field of politics. I forgot that.
She gave them reasons. She spoke out of why they should get rid of Riley. She's a good strategist. If she teams up with another strategist and can mobilize some people, they would be deadly.
That's so true.
All right, so would you say after Suri, you would say she's the next best strategist out of the group after Suri?
I think Suri's not the best strategist. I think she's the best.
I don't think so either. That's what I was saying.
Strategist would be Corey and Mimi. I think those two are the best.
But isn't Suri the one controlling everybody? She's the one that's basically at the control of every vote.
Not really. Corey, by saying Suri, we're not going to flip. Here's the reasons why.
And
Suri mobilizes the people and says, yes, we're not flipping because Corey said this, this, and this. He started through.
She's the mouthpiece, but she's not the one who's figuring everything out.
But didn't she, at least with the Riley thing, she had the control. She could have gotten Riley to stay if she really wanted to. Didn't she control that one?
It depends on what you call control.
Because she could have, if she said, all right, put it this way. If she said, let's keep Riley, right? That week. Wouldn't Felicia have followed her? Jared obviously follows her, so that's 4 votes right there. That would have been more. You had Jag, who obviously wanted to keep her. So wouldn't she, all she would have needed was 2 more votes. If Suri decides it, she certainly had 3. If you look at the people that were voting that week, everybody that went into Julie Chen, half of them looked like they didn't want to do it. There was at least a good 6, 7 people that was like, I regrettably, or like, I don't really want to, but I vote to evict. Wait, what's her name again? The blonde? Riley. I vote to. If you look at it, most of them did not want to. They had at least a good 7 people, which is what it would have took to keep Riley, because it was 12 people voting that week.
Yeah, but it wasn't until Corey said like it's okay to get rid of Riley that they really did it.
Because I know Jag
pushed back, and Suri was like, "Yeah, we should save her then."
Because Jag campaigned hard, from what I saw.
Yeah,
from what I heard,
he's trying hard. Yeah. So the thing that makes Suri so good is also her ability to not have an ego in the game. She is willing to listen to the strategists.
Yep. She knows her assets. Like, she's not, she doesn't have to be the one who's like,
they just don't know how good of a strategist Mimi is yet.
No.
But we've seen her strategize by herself.
She's talking by herself.
Oh, you see, I haven't seen it, so that's why I can't really think.
That's why I'm saying a Mimi win. Corey in America go to her, tell all. They're going to have the HOH room. they can work together and they can be a trio. And now they got somebody within their own alliance, and Mimi's not left alone because right now she doesn't have a final
She's
two.
on
She
an
doesn't
island.
have
Yeah.
agency in the alliance. She can build it with a win.
Wait. So you said Corey in America?
Yeah, because Corey and America are the bottom of that alliance. They just got added in
Wait.
last
Who's
night.
in this alliance exactly? So it's Corey, America,
It's Suri,
Mimi.
Jared, Corey, Mimi, America, and Felicia. And we're
Okay.
missing one.
So
Seven.
what did you think? So if let's just say Mimi wins this, and you said Corey, what do you think Corey and America are gonna actually tell her?
They'll be able to have the HOH room. They stay up late, and they can strategize. Corey's been hinting to America how they wish Mimi would worked with him because Mimi doesn't realize how at the bottom she is. They can tell Mimi in privacy, hey, last week they were saying F Mimi, Mimi's expendable to us.
Yeah.
And now they can build up together within the
I-
alliance and use
so
the
let me
alliance
ask
as a
you this.
shield.
So
Corey
let
and
me ask
Mimi
you-
can strategize that well together.
So with that information right there, with what you and Mark are saying, there's no possibility that they go to her, say this stuff, right? And then she realized, holy shit, Cerise's been playing me, and she puts up Cerise. No chance of that happening. Because she getting this information, why would she not take her out then at this point?
Not this week.
I don't think I don't think this week, no.
Because everyone knows on that side it's Cam and Red that they have to get out.
But don't you think so? There's no chance.
And Red have been publicly saying Cerise's name, so they know that's their target. That's why I said earlier, Cam and Red have to win from their side. Jag and Blue have to win from their side.
I didn't know this. I didn't know this. You said Cam and Red have publicly stated Cerise's name.
They've told people they told Jared out of all people that they want to get.
Right?
All right, can we get a Cam and Red victory here? I love Cam and Red. They are my two favorite house guests. Please, I need some drama here because if they put it this way, if you're saying if what you're saying is true, right? Which I have obviously no reason not to believe it. So let's just say Cameron or Red wins it, and they put up Cerise. Don't you think they automatically put up either Izzy or Felicia? Which if they put up Izzy, that's where your fireworks will explode. Because isn't those the two people she tends to be around the most? At least every clip I've saw of Cerise, Izzy's always up her ass. And you usually got Felicia there too. Would that be accurate on the live feeds? Or is it just the clips I've seen?
No, they're definitely together 24/7.
So if that's the case, and they put up Cerise, they automatically would put up one of her closest people.
They're not putting up Cerise this week though. They think they're in this Legend 25 alliance, so they're not attacking Cerise till Jury.
But I thought you said that they wanted publicly stated they wanted Cerise on there.
They do, but not just yet. They want to work with the alliance until Jury, and then they make the cut at Cerise because Cameron has talked multiple times how that's the real power in the house. Cameron is aware. He just has no friends to do it other than Red.
You see, here's the thing that makes no sense then. Not with you, but with them. If I know she holds the power, why am I waiting?
Because they believe they got the numbers. They're not aware that Cerise has a whole other alliance. They think they're the only alliance. They think they're the majority because they got 8, now 9 with Matt, kind of in that alliance too. I'm telling you, Cerise is a mastermind. She's got insulation.
No, well, I'm not surprised at that because again, I said going into the season, once I saw her at the end of episode 1, I said if she does well, that she's that she will do well because of her strategic gameplay. Because she's never been good at comps. She's never won one individual immunity, at least when I watched. Maybe on one of the seasons, because I think she's appeared 4 times I read, which I didn't even know was 4. But as far as I know, she's never won an individual challenge. So I've always said she's going to do well strategically.
Sorry about that. I just heard the good morning hard house guest something.
Lights are back on.
You were saying Cerise hadn't won a competition?
In when I watched Survivor, because I've watched her at least 2, maybe 3 seasons, and she never won an individual immunity challenge the times I watched her, and I've watched her at least twice, maybe 3 seasons that she's been on, and she's never once won an individual immunity. Because I remember even the host bringing it up at one point that she's never won it.
Was she able to still control evictions without winning?
She wasn't necessarily the main person in control. She was usually always part of a group.
Okay.
And it was always, all right, from what I remember, she never necessarily controlled, but nobody ever really wanted her gone early on. She was never considered to be kicked out early on. It wasn't until you got late in the game and people started thinking, when it became an individual game and it wasn't teams anymore, people like, oh, she might win a jury vote. You might want to get rid of her. Because she was never a threat to win comps. It was always the threat to win the jury vote. So that's why people eventually, from what I remember, kicking her out for. Because she was kind of too light. So people say, all right, we got to get rid of her. Type of thing. Because they was afraid to go up against her in final 3. Because their finals is 3 people. Instead of 2. But she was never a threat to be considered early on. She always got past the halfway point from what I remember of all the seasons I watched. Because they always had 16 people in their season. I think it's 16 or 18. She's always gotten past the halfway point.
Tasha says it's the same thing for Suri here.
Yeah, so that's why I'm surprised she's I'm not surprised at all. I expected this, honestly, when I came in. I was like, she'll do well, because I'm like, usually the older people they put on the show, their social games are terrible. I'm like, Suri, that won't be the case.
I like how when the lights went on, everybody stood up. I don't think they want to show their poker face.
I know.
Right
yes,
away.
I noticed
I'm
that.
just fine. And now Bowie's not moving her legs as much as she was when it was dark.
I definitely noticed that.
So it's still only Suri and
Look at Red. He's standing like casually now, and he was practically.
He was hurt, and earlier he was all squatted.
So wait, so it's only Suri and Jared are the only people eliminated so far?
Yeah.
God, these people clearly aren't strategists, because if this is the case,
I missed that.
At least a couple other people should have dropped out by now. Because normally you would have had at least a good 4 people gone at least.
I didn't expect that to be the case with this cast at all.
Like,
I expect this one to go the 14 hours.
Yeah, this is going the distance.
There's 4 guys that need to win here. I mean, they cannot afford to lose.
So you said Cameron, Red. So you said Cameron, Red, and who? Cameron, Red, Jag, and who's the 4th?
Blue. Those people's names have been brought up the most. And it's public between Jag and Red that they are targeting each other.
You see, but I don't think Blue would go home because Jared's going to protect her.
Yeah, Jag would be the one.
I think she would be because she has Jared in her back pocket. Yeah, Jared's not going to want her to go.
No, he won't. Jag would be the most at risk between those two.
Because he's the only one that's won a comp.
Yeah, and they said they'd put Cam and Red together because they can't risk having one of them win veto and keeping each other safe. So if they go up together, one wins, well, the other one's out. The whole house will vote the other way.
So I'm curious, when does the voting thing that you put up, Justin, where you said it's 4 people, right? When exactly does that comp take place?
Oof, I don't know. I didn't.
Did it say when the voting's over?
It probably did. I'm just not a detailed guy. I got to look up that photo again, see what date it was.
Because that affects everything. Because if you could potentially because isn't the power where you can save someone off that's already nominated or something?
Yeah, you could save someone that got evicted even for the next 2 live evictions. Save one of the next 2 evictees. So if someone goes home by vote, you can save them if you have that.
You can save them. That's a crazy twist.
You know what I think they brought that twist in is because they need another
the Kirsten thing.
Luke.
I mean, not the Kirsten thing, the Luke thing. Yeah,
that's why that brought it in.
No, plus so, it's 100. Yeah. It is 100 days.
That's a smart way to cover that loss up.
Actually, there's an easier way for them to cover that loss. Just cancel one of your double evictions would be all you got to do.
Oh, Luis said it's voting ends August 28th, 9 a.m. Pacific.
But you're
right.
right.
So that means the competition might be shown on a Tuesday. That means they would. All right, if that's the Monday, that means basically then they could have the comp and show it on the Veto episode, which would be Wednesday. They could show it on Wednesday's episode. Wednesday or Thursday's episode then, which means could that whole power could that power be used on Thursday for the next eviction?
It's for the next 2 evictions, so it would be used on Thursday. Andre, you're so spot on, bro, on this comment here.
This is what I'm saying. So it's not a predictable season to me at all.
So Riley going
2
home
weeks in a row, they
predictable.
can't make up their mind on who's going home. 2 weeks in a row.
They could definitely break the record because they don't.
Oh, hey, Tammy.
They don't trust each other.
Hi, Tammy.
But here's the problem: every single one of these votes have been unanimous votes.
Yeah, but up until the hour, we didn't know who was really going home.
It's like these people need to make up their damn minds. These people change their minds more than the Kardashians change men. You need to stop with this.
And you were talking about how they could have covered it up by canceling one of the
double eviction. That's all they got to do.
However, imagine if the person who gets evicted gets saved by somebody. That's great TV right there. And it's a big wrench in somebody's game to have an enemy that they voted out come back in.
Wait, hold on.
Justin, is it that they would have to use that power?
I think they can flush the power and not use it. It's just up to them if they want to, I think.
Okay.
I need to look over the details. I'm sure the CBS website has it. I haven't gone over them. I still haven't even put my vote in, bro. I need
What's
to get
up,
that.
Tammy? I would like either of them to win, actually, DM Rocks. I would like McCall or America to win.
That opens up the communication between them two with a win.
Yes.
But here's the thing that makes no sense about the twist. Why would they save one of the next 2 evictees for? That's one more. That means why the hell would I do that for? No, they can save themselves, so it's not going to be used week 1. It's most likely not going to be used unless a Cameron or Red is put up and they win it and then save themselves, which will screw over Mimi's. That will make her HOH reign completely null and void. But
I think we could go back to the 4 players who need to win today the most. If one of them gets voted and gets to play, let's say Jag, and Jag and Blue are there. Blue wins it by some chance. She would save Jag because she needs him. That's her part of her core alliance since day 1.
So you think people are gonna use that? But I don't think they use it week 1 though, unless they're nominated. Unless it's one of the 2 nominees that goes up.
Well, if your final 2 is going home, you don't think they're going to use it? I think Blue and Jag would use it on each other. Absolutely. Cam and Red would use it on each other if they had it.
Here's the one issue with that, though. You're literally just basically telling the world, this is my final. You're basically exposing your cards. That's the only issue now.
Yeah, but you got to think of it. Do you want to go forward by yourself or still have your final 2 in the game and hopefully y'all can get something going?
Here's why I would not want to use it in that scenario. Is if you got to go old school. Let me ask you, Justin. Have you watched all the seasons?
Not all the seasons. I've seen a lot through Paramount, but I became, I would say, like really involved with Big Brother after Big Brother 21 because that's when I discovered it. And so in the summers when it was like over, I would go watch old seasons to kind of familiarize myself with some.
Okay, perfect. Did you watch season 3?
No, I'm not like you. I could tell you got like the Encyclopedia of Big Brother. You're very good with that.
No. I'm saying you and Mark need to watch that. That's arguably the greatest season of all times. You can make that argument. I'm surprised.
This season's over. I'm going to watch it. I'll watch it because of you. I promise.
I put it this way. If you 2 want to know why there's a jury house, watch that season. Okay. That season is single-handedly the reason why we have a jury house.
I'll check it out. I promise. Once the season's over, I'll watch it.
If you want to see a person play a masterful game, but make terrible jury management decisions, that's the season why we have a jury house. 100%. everybody will tell you literally that's why. Because there wasn't a jury house on because those seasons, everybody literally voted. So it was on those seasons you had 10 people voting. 10. So literally everybody got to vote, but everybody got to go home and see everything.
Ooh.
And
So
then
like
that's
Celebrity Big Brother.
yeah, so everybody I actually never watched the celebrity one actually.
They
I
get
never
to go
watched
home and they see everything. That's why Misha
Okay.
Tate beat Todrick so bad because they saw how bad Todrick was getting them on the feeds, you know. So
Oh, you see, that's basically what happened to the person who lost season 3. They would have won if it wasn't for that. Season 3 came, the person who lost literally lost because they had terrible jury management. Everybody, that person fooled everyone hook, line, and sinker. But until they got home and their family told them, hey, by the way, this person called you the devil, this person called you this, this person called you that. Then he was like, hold up, I had no idea this person called me this. A lot of them had no idea until they got home. And then that's when they decided, you know what, we got to create the jury house. But the reason why I brought that season up is because you said that you mentioned how why would you not want to save your final 2? Mm-hmm. On that season, the person who eventually won had a situation where they could have saved their potential final 2 because they had a showmance. This girl on the show had a showmance, right? And there was a chance where they had a thing where they had to vote back in a former vote back in a pre-jury member.
yeah.
And literally, she purposely did not. Everybody was stunned that she did not vote back her showmance into the game. There was and then they asked her on the next episode. She revealed why she didn't do it. She said the reason why I didn't do it was because if I voted him back in, I wouldn't have been looked upon as an individual player. I would have been looked upon as part of a pair. So, and she would not have lasted as long because everybody would have looked at her. After he was gone, the threat level was completely done. Nobody considered her a threat. And she was able to get to the end because of it. So that's why you potentially have to look at it that way as a person may not want to save. Because if she had saved him, her game was screwed. So you could look at it that way potentially, but it kind of depends on your position in the game. It's not a bad thing if you use it, don't get me wrong. It just depends on your position in the game. Like, are you close to that? Is this person really your number 1?
I just think you got to think in Jack's position. What does he have left to lose? Riley's gone, and if Blue leaves, he has nothing. He would use it.
All right, so what if Jack is the one who actually got it and it's Blue they want to vote out? You don't think he saves Blue then?
He saves Blue, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Because Riley's gone. That's his other number 1. I mean, he's going to lose all his numbers. Why would he let his numbers go down at that point?
He could potentially not use it for this reason. Remember, it could be used for 2 weeks. What if he saves it for the following week because he might be nominated the following week, so he might save it for the last week?
That would be the reason why he wouldn't. I would see that. I can see that.
That's why I
just
think week 1.
I just think he would in that situation. I'm just giving you like a hypothetical.
Okay, no, I understand. I was just saying personally, I don't think it'll be used week 1 unless it's the person who's going home.
The odds are better week 2. I agree 100% with that.
Because people tend to like to wait until the final week, the last possible moment. Because some people you don't want to pull it's like a slippery slope. You don't want to pull the trigger too early, but then it's like you don't want to wait too late either.
I agree with that. If you looked at the Vegas betting odds, you would think it would be week 2 would be favored to be used over week 1. I agree 100%.
Yeah, it's like it almost depends on an individual thing. What's your position in the game? Like, I could see if Suri wins it, she ain't using it. No. So I don't even want her getting this power. Because why would she use this power?
She would only use it for Jared.
Yeah, so that would be boring if she gets it. Yeah. Jared would obviously be the same thing. All right, let me ask you this much. Do you think if Izzy somehow, even though she is no way she's getting this freaking 4 vote unless Big Brother rigs the voting. But if she wins it, do you think she'd be stupid enough to use it on Suri if Suri somehow was up on the block, or Jared?
No, I don't think she would use it either.
Wait, has anybody dropped?
No, but no.
Oh God, They need to tempt these people with something. Are they trying to break the 14 hours or something? Do they want these outfits to do that?
I think so. I think this cast is capable of doing it just because a lot of these people need this win.
Because the thing is, to me, they did this comp too early. They normally don't do this. Is rare. This is the first time they've done this. Because normally when they do because how much people is left? What is it? 13. They never did this with 13 people. Did an endurance comp with 13 people left. Because I don't really remember any season where they did it that way.
They definitely want this to go long. I mean, they've been kind of pushing it this week as advertising as this is the comp that goes long. Watch on Paramount.
Because
I know.
Traditionally, when they do the first, normally from every season I've watched, every season from season 2 through on to now, traditionally there's always 2 endurance comps before the final HOH. Before that final HOH, there's always 2 endurance comps. And normally the first one hits either the last non-jury member or the first week of juries, usually when it hits. They normally don't do it this early. They normally wait at least a week or 2 before they do it. What season was that, Toxic? I don't remember. Because there are some seasons I did kind of quit early on the past couple of years because it sucked. So I might have missed that. At least when I watched it, they usually tend to do this like that 5th week when the 5th person's about to go home, most of the time, I should say. Because the only time I remember it going somewhat early was, I remember when Rachel was on, you had quite a few people on that year. I remember them being an early endurance comp that year, but other than that year, I really don't remember any other year.
I love how so far when the lights are on, they really are not trying to show their poker
stand
face.
up.
They're talking with each other now. When lights go off, they get real serious and they're like resting or trying to get comfortable.
Yep.
But now they're like,
Poker
we
face.
gotta act like I'm chill. I can talk to you. I'm fine. Don't think I'm even sweating this at all.
Does anybody have?
And
Does
red.
anybody got shades on to hide their eyes like they do in poker?
Nah.
I don't think so.
Okay. Because that's what people be doing in poker every damn time, always not wearing their hat over their head. Freaking
Like
dark
when the lights
shades.
are off, you can tell they're struggling. But now that they're on, they're trying to like kiki with each other and be friends, you know. But
Tasha said it was about 18 years ago. It made a big stink because of the 14 hours and safety questions. Interesting.
Well, you see, that's when they did that pressure cooker thing in season 6. That was like the halfway point of that show when they did that. They only had like 7 people in that comp.
Yeah, so
I don't think it was that much.
I think they're breaking the record if that's the case. If there was less
I think
people.
so.
Yeah, when they did that, they didn't have no double-digit people. They was in jury selection at that point.
So then we're gonna get the record broken probably because there's way more people today.
Yes, that's true.
Because I remember, I think it might have been the first week of jury because I remember that was the comp that Kaser got evicted on. Yeah. And I don't think Kaser was in jury. So he might have been the last member before, because I don't think he was in jury that year in season 6. I don't think he's ever made jury. So and it was the eviction where he got kicked off twice in 1 week. Because that was the second time he got kicked off in a week. Remember, he got kicked off, came back in because of whatever twist.
Oh, someone went down. I think somebody went down.
Oh, maybe my feed is behind.
No, the reason why I say that is because we got to that "we'll be right back," and the last time when Jared and Suri went down, we got this "we'll be right back" screen.
Oh, okay.
So it's a big assumption on my part, but I think somebody went down.
Okay. Wait, they made them switch hands, Lewis? Because I don't remember.
No, they can use either hand.
Oh, okay. No, but you can't. Oh, but you have to do it without taking your hand off the.
Yes.
Yeah, because I remember. I'm trying to remember how many people were in that comp because that season they didn't used to choose 16 people at that point. That season I think had about 12 or 14. It had at least 2 less people, and you had couple people had already been evicted at that point. So it was no more than 10 at best. And I don't even think it was 10.
Mark, do you think that when we had that first break when Jared and Siri went out, that they offered him something like, hey, you're going to have to be have-nots if you get out first? Just because maybe they're offering them something now, like, who wants to go out? This is the offer. You think that's a possibility?
Possibly.
Because it's weird that they both went together like that.
Somebody in the chat, not my chat, but the Paramount Plus chat is like, Sari and Jared got beer. So maybe you did see that.
I swear I saw a beer bottle.
It says Jared had a few. And you said that earlier.
Yeah, I swear I saw that beer bottle. I was like,
Somebody
I
said
would
they
drink
gave
one
them
too.
beer, but nowhere to go to the bathroom.
Oh, snap. I just think if maybe they're offering somebody something here to get out at this point, see if someone will bite on it. Because it's so weird that they did it together. I mean, it's a possibility they threw, but maybe they were offered like, hey, have not for the week, you're going to do it or whatever. And Siri hasn't been have not. She's like, it'll minimize my target a little bit. Let me take have not. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out at the wall, seeing what sticks.
No, it could also be because what has happened in comps before, in endurance comps, is like, or I've seen them do this in comps where it's like, all right, first person, like the first, I remember there was one year, I don't remember what season it was or what the comp was, but I remember they was doing a comp and it was like the first 5 people that dropped had to pick an envelope. But you couldn't open the envelope, I think, until afterwards or something like that. So they had it where the first 5 people got to pick an envelope. And one of the envelopes would be like a slot pass. One was like cash. The other one might be a trip somewhere. And then one of them would be like a punishment or something. So it could be something like that where they got to select an envelope because they were the first 2. It could be that because they have done that before. I just don't remember what season they've done that in.
Yeah.
When they pull their numbers off the board.
Yeah, it's only. Wait, you can still hear me?
Yeah.
It was 8 people that competed in that pressure cooker comp because I'm looking at the photo right now and I counted 8 people. I see 8 people holding on to a damn key. Actually, not 8. Sorry, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, no, 8.
All
yeah.
right, Tasha, good night.
Oh, good night, Tasha.
I'm gonna be heading off pretty soon too.
All right, Mark.
Let me see.
Yeah, I gotta be getting to bed soon too. I gotta just see what happens in the comeback. Okay. And
Yeah.
No, same.
I'm pretty much, yeah. I'll have it on when I'm sleeping probably, but I'm not gonna be one of those that stays up all night because I gotta work in the morning.
Yeah, it looks like the same. The feeds are back and no one else is out. But lights are on still.
It looked
You're
like it
seeing
was
everybody
8.
else, right?
It looked like it was 3. From the photo I saw, it looked like it was only 8 house guests in that comp.
That's
in season 6. And this season is what, 12? Was it 13? What, 12?
12 playing and Felicia on the side at HOH.
Yeah. But in that season, it was 8. So they definitely probably, unless they start tempting these people, there's a good chance this record gets broken unless they start tempting some people. I'm pretty sure they probably have something to tempt these people so this damn thing don't go all night. Because that means those people can't get sleep.
Unless they have like someone coming in for another shift.
Yeah. That'll be your only way.
Yeah. All right, Mark, I'm calling it here.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Peace, brother.
But thank you guys for joining me.
Hey, good talking to you too.
And we'll definitely be on here to chat tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
All right, Felicia, wait, Felicia's sleeping?
All right, good night, everyone.
All right, good night, Mark. Good night.
Good night.